Hello, I'm DExus and I like Kirby. I also like cartoons, so you know what? There should be a Kirby cartoon. And yes, I do know that Right Back exists, but it's based on pre-modern Kirby. And well, I'd like to see a modern Kirby anime. A series based on everything Kirby. A Kirby celebration of some sorts. Like, we got a 100 episode long series for absolutely no reason. So, I think a new Kirby series could be possible, but it most likely won't happen. You know, talking about a new Kirby series and Right Back at Ya, it kinda reminds me of when I was a little kid, browsing Google Images for Kirby Right Back at Ya, and I saw these fake screenshots supposedly from the Kirby anime. So I started watching the anime and I never found the scenes, and I was really disappointed, but I still enjoy Right Back at Ya anyways. So the other day I was looking back on these images and they got me thinking, what if there was an actual Kirby anime that takes place in the current Kirby universe? So that's the task I put upon myself for this video. I came up with how new Kirby anime would work. Hey, do you have Twitter? If you do, did you know Kirby has an official Twitter account? In that account, they tweet Kirby art from now and then. And it's just cute images of the Kirby cast just interacting with each other. And it makes me smile. So that's what I want in a new Kirby anime. I don't want a big threat. I just want to see Kirby and his friends chilling in Dreamland. Don't worry, each episode will have its own problem. It's not gonna be like a mindless series with nothing happening. Like, each episode will have a conflict. Let's say there can be an episode where Kirby and Rick go from Wispy Woods to Cookie Country to deliver a fruit basket to, let's say, Nago. And regarding to the threat, Puppy Bros Jr. wants the fruit basket to himself, so he will follow Kirby and Rick throughout their journey and will cause mischief throughout the episode. Then, Kirby, pretty pissed, copies an ability and confronts this mischievous Puppy Bro. But you know, since Kirby is a nice guy, he will end up sharing the fruit basket with him. So that's a brief example of how an episode could work, and it's not always gonna be about, oh, they're going from point A to point B. Oh, enemy, Kirby copy ability, Kirby beat up enemy, still Kirby good guy, friend. You know, it's not every episode is gonna be like that. Obviously, the series will keep the wholesomeness of the Kirby series, and for the most part, it'll take place in Dreamland and Planet Popstar, but maybe in some later episodes, Kirby and company can go to other planets in Gumball Galaxy, like Ribble Star, Patchland, Halkandra, and others. Obviously, the main character will be Kirby, and a bit of a controversial thing here, unlike Kirby Right Back at Ya, Kirby would be able to talk. Yes, you heard me right. Kirby will be able to talk, with actual words. If you think Kirby wouldn't have a perfect voice, here's something he has to tell you.
Fuck you!
No, Kirby, no! Bad, no! Kirby, you aren't supposed to say that! Of course he sings after that. Yeah, I guess this proves my point. Kirby would be able to talk and he'll be adorable doing so. Still though, he wouldn't talk that much. He'd say a bunch of like kid-like sentences only, and he'll also keep his really adorable and iconic Poyo. He'll be able to do anything he does in the games. Like, he can copy abilities, he can float, and he will be one cute little ready-to-fight puffball. His personality is intact from the games, so he'll be a happy boy, and he will always be there for his friends. Unless he's asleep. When he's asleep, nothing, and I mean nothing, will wake him up. Like, for example, there can be an episode where a meteor is heading towards Popstar, and everyone is freaking out because they know that an unstoppable force is incoming. But then Kirby lazily wakes up from the nap. He noticed the meteor, so at the very last second he just bats the meteor out of sight like if it was nothing. Bandana Wallaby is another character you'd see a lot in the anime. He is Kirby's best friend and most trustworthy ally. He's always there when Kirby needs him, and sometimes even puts matters on his own hands. Oh, he'd also be able to talk. How will he talk without a mouth? I don't know. But in some games he's capable of doing so. So I don't think we should take that away from him, because he deserves to be added. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Another main character would be the self-proclaimed king of Dreamland, King Dede. And sorry right back at the fans, as Cargoon won't be coming back, and King Dede from Right Backaja won't be coming back either, because there he's a completely different character. He is basically the villain. So here he'll be a good guy. He wouldn't be a nice guy, he will be a good guy. His personality is kind of like the one in Kirby 64, where he is mean, but he's not evil, since he's shown to care for the well-being of Popstar, unlike in Right Backaja. During this series, his relationship to Kirby will grow thanks to episodes like maybe one where Kirby and Dede are riding the Warp Star, and they're arguing, causing the Warp Star to shatter, and then both of them ending up stranded in Shiverstar, only having each other to survive this frozen planet and to return back to Dreamland. Wallabies are probably one of the characters you see the most in this, because they aren't just one character, there are multiple characters. They are the inhabitants of Dreamland. Obviously you would see them the most, and they will be as cute as ever. Most of them are shy, but they still are adventurous. Some episodes can even revolve around them. Like, what if a bunch of Wallabies go to an expedition and end up accidentally annoying some Scarfies, causing those Scarfies to turn into mutant Scarfies, and they end up chasing after the Wallabies, only for them to comedically run away from them. And that's all I thought about that episode. I don't know where to continue that. Even though Meta Knight is usually a main character in the Kirby series, here he wouldn't be that important. He'd be minding his own business, protecting Dreamland from other threats, and just mainly doing adult stuff. And no, I'm not talking about that type of adult stuff. I'm talking about boring adult stuff, like studying, or training the Meta Knights, or just working on the halberd. He'll just be a very smart and serious fellow that has a secret chocolate addiction. But you didn't hear that from me. Rick, Kind, Ku, Pitch, Nago, and Choo Choo will also be characters that appear in a lot of episodes. Maybe an episode where Kirby helps Ku and Pitch build a nest for Dynablade, maybe an episode revolving around cats, maybe an episode about Choo Choo and Kirby's relationship. There's just so much stuff we can do with the animal friends, because they are going to be one of the most returning characters, because they do inhabit Dreamland, so they have the right to, and they're really underrepresented in modern Kirby, and that kind of makes me sad. The animal friends and the main Kirby cast wouldn't just be the characters in this series. Some bosses will appear in the series with some episodes revolving around them. Those bosses being Wispy Woods, Krako, Lololo La La La, Bonkers, Kawasaki, Mr. Frosty, Pun and Con, and many other recognizable baddies from the Kirby series. And some other episodes will revolve around the characters now known as Dream Friends. Like an episode where Magler and Kirby travel throughout space just to find the Star Cake, a magical cake in the middle of nowhere. Or maybe a relaxing episode where Kirby and Taranza enjoy some cherry picking on the Dreamstalk. Perhaps an episode where a lot of Dream Friends are just having a good time in the beach, because animes love their beach episode. And talking about Dream Friends being in each other's episodes, later in the series, the Dream Friends will mix and match storylines together. Like for example, an episode where Susie holds a Robobot context and Marks completely sabotages it. Maybe an episode where Marks annoys the hell out of Meta Knight. Maybe one where Glacia meets Adeline and Adeline gets jealous about it. The Kirby series has so many individual characters that it's just a plethora of ideas. And with a good team, they can come up with limitless episodes. And like previously mentioned, maybe not all episodes will revolve around Kirby. Maybe we can have an episode where King Dede is an absolute dad to the Waddledees. Maybe one where Meta Knight goes and fights against Galactonite in the edge of the galaxy. Maybe an episode where Bandana Waddle Dee and Ribbon spy Queen Ripple and King Dede on a royal meeting. only to find out that it's actually a date. Okay, I'll stop the ship there, but just imagine. And like previously mentioned, the series won't have a main villain. Most conflicts will stick to their episodes, with the exception of special episodes, also known as two-parters. But in the style of many Kirby games, a actual threat is revealed at the end. So the series will end with an epic fight against a big threat. What will that threat be? I was thinking about dark matter being the threat, but the more I thought about it, the less it worked. So then I thought about a original boss, but it wouldn't be as exciting as a returning boss, so I scrapped that idea. I thought about Marks, but he's a dream friend. I thought about Necrodius, but what new thing will he bring? Stardream? No, it's destroyed. Void Termina? It's gone, reduced to atoms. So I'm kinda stuck here. What character isn't defeated and isn't in the anime can be a big threat? Oh my god, I know! Dark Meta Knight will be the threat. So the series finale will revolve around the amazing mirror and everything inside it escaping from the mirror world into the real world. And by real world, I mean Kirby's world, not the real world, the world where you're watching this video. That would be pretty insane. Now Dark Mind, Dark Meta Knight, and Shadow versions of the main cast wreak havoc on Planet Popstar, causing Kirby, Shadow Kirby, Bandana Waddle-Dee, King Dede, Meta Knight, and everyone else that isn't scared hiding to adventure and give it their all to defeat and trap back the escaped mirror world people into their world once and for all. Not really, you know, I think the amazing mirror is something way too important in the lore, so they won't be stuck in the mirror world once and for all, but they'll put them back in there. And now that I think about it, this series finale would probably like Gravity Falls is where then. Like, we have every character together to fight against a crazy greater evil. Oh, and also Kirby fans around the world, worry no more. Dark mind-scaring events will happen during this finale. So, the children of the generation watching this will have nightmares, just like the ones you had when you fought against Zero in Kirby's Dreamland 3. Talking about finales, this is the end of the video. If you've been watching up to this part, I guess you enjoyed the video, so do me a big favor and like it. That simple act really helps the channel. Did you like my idea? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more weekly content. And check out these other Kirby videos, or this video recommended just for you. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day. Goodbye!